Well, I got my coffee. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Good. How are
Good
you?
morning.
Fantastic. We're back. This is an exciting day for us because it's always a fresh new start. We are restarting the Scenario 12 Vicksburg campaign from Thunder on the Mississippi, and we have swapped sides. As everyone has been anticipating, I will now be taking the Confederates, and Roger will be taking the Union. So, you good luck with all that. This is the opportunity for us to just kind of revisit things, see how the other side will play it, and more importantly, we don't have to go through all of the minutia that we did. We'll do some things. If you're coming into this for the first time, we highly recommend that you either A, go back and watch the basic scenarios, so at least you're familiar with the geography and the basic premise of all of these locations, or take a gander at the first playthrough. We're going to provide some spoilers here, and we will be likening this one, as we unfortunately can't help but do, to events that occurred in the first one. So if you don't want to be spoiled by that one, stop here. Go back and watch the first playthrough. We will just kind of pick it up here. This one's going to be very brisk because, as we remember, the first few turns are basically Grant arriving, and Roger's going to make his choices about how to approach things like Port Gibson and whatnot. So we're going to play for 2 hours today, as we usually do, and I suspect we won't have any heavy combat. If you're here for the heavy combat, well, give it a bit. But maybe, you never know. Roger, we have a guest today. So, yeah, Mark, welcome. Glad to have extra eyes on this. So, you are a longtime player. If you want to introduce yourself, this is a great opportunity. We're going to make you famous.
Sure. Yeah. So hi, this is Mark Greenwood. I've been playing great campaigns since the late '90s. Got my went to WBC. I think one of the first when it was changed names from Avalon Con to WBC in 2002, and got my butt kicked playing there. But over the years, played more. Took a little bit of a break in the early thousands, but then the last 5 or 8 years been playing a lot of great campaigns, and I play and with Roger and a couple other groups of people and stuff. So I enjoy playing the game a lot, and certainly I look forward to playing in a couple weeks at WBC. I'll be going there again next this year again. So
I actually had a discussion with somebody who said, I've never been to WBC. And I said, I've never been to WBC. And I said, well, you know what? We should, like Roger and I did, like, I'll go if you go. So we tacitly have said, if you go to 2026, I'll go. So
yeah,
I'm putting it on the calendar right now. I'm hoping to go to my first WBC in 2026. So we'll hold to it. If you're watching this way in the future, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. We'll see. Roger, welcome back, sir. How you been, man?
I've been good. I've been good. Haven't tried to think about this too much. I think I don't want to overthink it. Certainly looking forward to this. It's very interesting reading the comments that, it seems like people like either saying it's, how can the CSA win or how can the USA win? It's like there's just like people feel like so there's got to be a balance in there somewhere between the two sides. I'll try to do something different. I have really gone through the river rules.
I figured you would.
and I'm and I still see how you can't. It's almost you have to telegraph that, and I guess I'll see how that works. I'll see how this game plays out. Definitely looking forward to it.
On that note, I will reveal to folks after we finished the first game, I went and realized, oh yeah, I did. I wasted or I left several opportunities because of my misunderstanding of some of the river rules and the amphibious invasions and things like that. I left those on the table, and I probably could have taken advantage of some of those, but I think you had reinforced most of those locations that I was interested in. You left them either already at forts or whatever, so I think, as you said, it's nigh impossible to get a sizable force up there without any leadership. That's not to say it's impossible, but I think you have to really plan for it and to execute it and have a little bit of dice luck go your way, because bringing all those guys on shore without being repulsed, that seems like a tall order to me. But obviously people are doing it, so they just are doing it better than I.
Having a chance to visit Vicksburg area this last spring to get this map back up and just be able to put the train in perspective. But yeah, I'm definitely ready to go when you're ready to go.
I am absolutely ready to go. I have pulled up, I was going through some of this last night just because I knew that I got the first few initiatives as the Confederates. So I was trying to see what can I do? What should I do? And I have very finite resources. I have Green and I have Tracy up here. Those are really the only ones that are active in the first turn. And I have to presume that, the Union is going to make some normal approaches, but you being you and you saying, well, I'm going to try something different, now I have to go, well, yeah, I don't want to
Well,
over.
I don't know. It's a little hard to find something different to do. They've kind of scripted your first 5 turns, really.
Right, right. And I think you can't even do anything until turn 5 as far as
Yep,
amphibious
yep,
stuff. So, yeah,
yeah.
they're going to have the Confederates meet the appreciable force somewhere along the Bayou Pierre. And whether or not you can break through at that point, I think that will set the stage for much going on as you get into Claiborne County. But yeah, I don't think there are any surprises here, but I will certainly I will toss my luck with the dice, and I will wish you the best of luck here as we begin the second play of this. I'm going to go through and pull up the chart here. We do not have random events in the first turn, I don't believe, right? That doesn't start until turn 2. So just to refresh, turn 1, we are not doing leader transfers here, so we can skip that. Every one of our units, both Union and Confederate, will get a +1 to movement to try to hasten the contact. And we've got the Indian mounds here, of course, that are unavailable for the Union to pass through, unless I should be foolish enough to bring perhaps Green into there. If I go into that, then that is now removed as an obstacle for them. And Roger cannot activate McPherson, who is over here in Bruinsburg, even though he's stacked with them. You can see all of McClernand's corps has already got a fatigue for crossing the river, so he's got a finite amount of stuff that he can do. For turns 1 and 2, Roger cannot commit grand assaults and may not build pontoon bridges, so he can prepare for them, but he cannot do that. And then I've got mine already set to can't activate on turn 1 and turn 2. We'll see that. If Roger should happen to cross Bayou Pierre, then those restrictions would be lifted. And units cannot entrench for the first 5 turns, so we remember that. And, oh yeah, you've got that special -1 die roll modifier to your extended march. That was very handy for the Union. Here are my first moves. I will start with, I'll move Baldwin way up here, and I'll get him moving. So I'm going to give him a fatigue, and he will get a +2 to his roll because he's +1 Confederate, and +1 for the extra movement. So here's his movement. Yay! It starts
Yeah, there you go.
awesome. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. That's my first free initiative. Let's move down to Tracy. We'll get him moving. He is also a +2. That's a 5. We'll go 1, 2, 3. There's the big turning point. 4 and 5 to there. And then finally we'll have Tracy activate again. Tracy will go to 2. Here's the movement. There we go. There's an 8. All right. Well, now that he's past that point, we'll have him go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he'll stay right there for the moment. Okay, now it's time for our first initiative roll. Union left, Confederate right. That is mine. Okay. I'll take Baldwin again. Here's movement +2. All right. They shaked off the yips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 to there. Initiative. That's mine. I don't have anyone off to the east. Do I have anyone that can come on map? No. Okay. Let's see. Looking all the way around. Turn 5. They're up in Jackson. I think I am good for the moment, so I'm going to pass and see what you do.
Well, McClernand activate. We'll start with Hovey. And we'll take Car. They're all the same. There's their movement. Now he gets a +1 for Union and then the additional +1 for this turn. So he gets +2. So they have 7 movement points. McClellan is going to stay with Osterhus, as will Grant. Hovey's going to go first. I'm going to force march Hovey. So he's going to flip to disorganize. Here's his force march roll. It's a 5, so he gets an additional 4, so he can go, so Hovey can go 7, 11 movement points. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 to there. I'll force march Carr as well. Here's his, oh, he should have lost a manpower Hovey. And here's Carr's force march. He doesn't lose manpower, picks up an additional 2, so he can go 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to there. Initiative, that's yours.
Okay, I will have Tracy march. We'll go to 3. Here's movement plus 2. 5. Here's extended march. Oh, he flips. He will go 1, 2, 3 to there, and he will attempt to blow up that bridge. So let's see. I get a -1 because there's nobody on the opposite side. And that's it, right? 3 or less. All right. 3 or less. Here we go. No! That bridge stays intact. Okay, initiative. All right, so that would be low ties. That is yours.
Okay. I'll take Hovey to fatigue 3. Here's his movement. He goes 4. Here's his EM now straight up since he has the -1 bonus. He's okay. He's just going to go 1 and 2 to there. Initiative. It's mine. I'll bring up Osterhus and Smith with McClelland. Here's their movement. They get 8. So they'll travel with Osterhus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. AJ Smith will follow along behind. He obviously doesn't have enough to get into Osterhus's hex. Initiative. It's mine again. Take all 3. Take 3. Here's their movement. +2, 4. Cars extend. And Grant and McClellan will stay with Osterhus, and this is straight up. He's okay. So he's going to go, oops, can't move everybody. 2, 4 to there. Here's Osterhus's extend. He's okay. Wow, 3 straight 2s. 2, 3, 4. Finally, AJ Smith's extend. He's okay. He's going to follow along behind. Initiative. That's yours.
I'll have green activate. And he'll attempt to blow up the bridge right there without moving. So now I just need a 1 through 4, I believe, because I get +2 to this roll, or -2 to this roll.
Minus.
Yeah, -2.
Correct.
Yeah, so 1 through 4, and the bridge is destroyed. Okay. Initiative. That's yours.
We'll take AJ Smith to fatigue 4 with McClelland. Here's his movement +2. Gets 8 movement points. Here's his extend. Now this is +1. Nope, he's going to flip. So he's now a 5 instead of an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will not attack. Initiative, that's yours.
I will have green march. Here's movement +2, 5. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's all. Initiative, that's yours.
I'm going to pass.
Yeah, I think I'll pass too.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right, recovery is complete. We have moved on now to turn 2, and we've got some Union units that will be arriving at Bruinsburg. I will remove that. And okay, so we proceed on with the normal sequence of play. We have random events. So would you like to do the honors of our first random event, Roger?
So we're on the May 1st turn.
Yes.
It's a 9, which is Confederate movement paralysis.
Boo! We hate it. Alright, so we will add Confederate movement paralysis to that. As I recall, that just means you win ties, and I get a -1 to units marching by themselves, and then the leader activation is just whatever's on the die roll, as I recall. So then we go on to leader transfers. What would you like to do?
Let's see, I still can't do Grand Assault, so it doesn't really matter where Grant sits. I'll move McClellan up to Hovey. And that's it.
I guess I'll move, just in case, Bowen down to Tracy. Use that impending doom command leadership ability here. All right, so that's it for me. Then we move on to attachments. I don't believe we have any attachments right now. So
Yep.
the action cycle. So I guess I'll give us our first roll here. Turn 2. It's yours.
Well, I'll have McClellan activate, I guess, everybody. I'm back to just dial +1. I still get my EM bonus of -1, but no EMs on this roll. Well, actually, AJ Smith will need an EM roll. So here's their movement. +1 is 3. I'll transfer McClellan to AJ Smith. Here's their EM roll -1. He's okay. So he's restricted Zoc 2 to there. So if you go 1 and 2 to there. Master Hoosleys go 1 and 2 to there. Carr will go 1 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
Okay. I will have green march. Here's movement, -1. So just Zoc to Zoc, as it turns out. So he's going to go here, and he will flip. Initiative. That's yours.
Well, I'll have McClellan does get to Hovey. So I might as well see what he gets for movement. Here's his movement roll, +1, 6. He'll transfer to him. And now his EM roll, which is straight up, is okay. So he'll make a prepared attack on green. So the type's going to be a +1. Tactical is going to be a +1. Ratio is 6-2 for a ratio of +2. Artillery, no artillery, and it's 4-1, so artillery is covered. And there's no flank. I do have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 hexes covered, so yep, no flank. So I see a final of +4.
I see 4.
Okay, and we'll do attacker first die is a 6.
Okay, here's defense. Oh, there you go. 6-1. Alright, so he's gonna lose. I got a 1 on 3. Minus was +5. Yeah, so 1 DR. So I'm going to lose 1. Give you a first manpower. First blood!
And you said there'd be no combat.
Up! Well, I forgot who I was dealing with here. And I was supposed to get the first initiative, but I didn't. So, there you go. Green will have to retreat. Oh, and he is there. And all the way D'd out. So he'll go. Let's see. Let's make it. He'll go 1 to there. That is farther away. 2, 3, 4. And let's go into the woods here. 5. I could do that. So if you want them, come get them. All right, hex is yours if you wish.
No, we'll stay where we are. Initiative. That's mine. If I cross, then that releases everybody for turn 3, right?
Yes.
I'll bring on one of my guys from. So I'll bring on Crocker. He's going to come ashore. He's going to pick up a fatigue. And he goes into Bruinsburg. Initiative. That's mine. I'll bring on my other guy, Dennis. He picks up a fatigue.
Because I know Mark is a Monty Python fan, I go, "Ooh, Dennis, there's some lovely filth down here."
Initiative. That's mine again. So we'll take Logan and Crocker. Here's their movement. They get 5. Way, and McPherson travels with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Logan's gonna Crocker's go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. That's mine again. Take Logan and Crocker. Crocker will have to roll for an extend. Here's their movement. 7. Logan will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's Crocker's extend. He's okay. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 to there. Initiative. It's mine. We'll take Dennis. He goes 1. Initiative. Take Dennis again. Nah, I won't take Dennis again. I'll leave him at 4. I can't build bridges, I believe.
Right.
And I can't do grand assaults. Pass. I think I'm done for now.
Okay. Let's get some people down here. I will bring 1st Missouri dismounted up here at Thompson's. There's their movement -1. 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Initiative. It's yours if you wish.
Pass.
Okay. 1st Missouri again. Movement 1 and 2. Okay. Initiative. That's mine. Baldwin March. Here's his movement -1, 2, 1, 2. Initiative. Mine. Baldwin again. Movement 2. Go to Grindstone Ford. And cross over the bridge. Initiative. Mine. Let's get some of these guys from way up here. A.W. Reynolds. Movement. He's going to 2. He goes 3. He will go 1, 2, and 3. Initiative. That's yours if you wish.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see anybody over here. Oh, we got Loring. But I got to keep him nearby. Oh, no, Pemberton's up there. Let's get Loring moving. So Loring will activate Tillman. And here's movement. Straight up. Boo! I go there. Initiative, that's mine. We'll take him to 2. Movement. Come on, baby. Straight up. That's better. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to there. Let's see. Initiative. That's yours if you wish.
I'll pass.
Okay. Let's see. Everybody up there is locked. We're bringing them down. All right. So the big one here, Bowen will activate Cockrell. Here is his movement. Straight up. 2. 1, 2. Initiative. That's yours. Possible in turn is only after 6, so I defer if you like.
I'll take Dennis to T3.
Okay.
Here's his movement. Straight up. 2. Here's his extend. Straight up. He's okay. He's going to go 1, 2 to Windsor Indian Mounts. Initiative. It's mine if I want it. I'm going to pass.
Just to keep McPherson and them honest, we'll bring Cockrell to 2. Here's movement. And that's fine. He's going to just go into there. All right. Initiative. That's yours.
Pass.
Okay. I will take A.W. Reynolds to 3. Here's movement -1. It's 2. Extended march. He's okay. 1 and 2. Initiative. That's mine. I'll have the 1st Missouri itself regiment move. -1. 2. 1, 2. Initiative. That's yours.
I'll pass.
Okay. 1st Missouri 2. Movement. There. He's going to join. Initiative. That's yours.
Pass again.
Okay. We'll have Tracy march. Movement. Alright, so he gets 4 straight. He's going to go 1, 2, and 3 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
Continue to pass.
I will pass as well. And we will end the turn. Okay, so hitting Sunshine, recover. Hey, Roger, what'd we forget?
Well, Mark reminded us we forgot to do the pregame event die roll.
That's right, there's a little pregame event die roll. Okay, well, why don't we see if we can fix it in here. So there's 19.2 pregame event,
On page 47.
Okay, so yeah, why don't you take a roll on it and see what happens?
Okay, here we go. It's a 4, which is Sherman discontinues Yazoo feint. Okay, that's not too bad. That didn't affect anything.
And I think the 2 guys move up earlier, and then you would have started A.W. Reynolds at 1 less fatigue. So I might suggest that Roger allow you 1
Yep.
movement.
One free move.
Yeah, with Reynolds. Basically.
Sure.
So Sherman goes steal on the turn. Oh, they move up. Okay, so it's just place the Union Sherman and the infantry divisions. Okay, they both come up.
Okay. So yeah, he could not activate until turn 2, which is under movement paralysis, which is fine. So I'll roll this, and it'll still be a -1, but I will not give him a fatigue. So here we go. Okay, so it's a 4, so he can get all the way 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. All right, that works out well. That wasn't too bad. See, tutorials.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
No worries.
thanks.
Okay. Well, then we are ready for turn 3. We've got our random events. I think I will take the random event for this one. We are still now on May 2nd.
Yep.
So here's our 2 dice. It's 11 Union Intelligence.
That
Burm, burm,
was,
burm.
so that
So you'll
does
get the
what?
first move, and you win all ties, I believe, again.
Double ones may, well, not double ones aren't in effect yet. Okay.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, then we have that. So let me add that to our Union Intelligence. Burm, burm, burm. Okay, I'm gonna put that at the bottom. There we go. I've got Featherstone coming in this time. Move on then to the leader transfer phase.
I'll leave everybody where they are, I guess.
So I think I'm going to move him over to Tracy. And Cockrell's got enough tactical capability to stand off against Grant and McPherson there. That's the only one for me, I think. Let's see. Stevenson could move to Taylor, but no point in that. So yeah, that's the only one I'm going to do. Next up, we have the attachment phase. You have options first, if you have any.
I do not have any.
Okay. I'm going to roll the first Missouri up into Cockrell. So he's going to be a 4-2 now. So we're going to add that and add manpower. And the first Missouri goes away. All right. That's the only one I have. Now it's time for the action cycle. So you get the first initiative. Off you go.
Well, what do I want to try to do? I'll have Hovey attempt to build a bridge across that destroyed bridge. 3 or more, so he gets 2 fatigue levels. So I get a...
So you get a -1 for Union, right? For the
attempt to
whole,
build a bridge in any TOM scenario. Okay, yeah.
right. But this is a major river, so that's +2.
So that's +1.
Okay.
I need a 5 or less. It's a 4. So I believe that's a built bridge.
That is a build bridge.
Now I just roll initiative, right?
Yes.
That's it for the Union Intelligence, other than I win ties. Okay. That's mine. So with that, I'll have McClellan activate Hovey and AJ Smith. And under Grant and Logan is Osterhus. Here's their movement. They get 5 movement points. Hovey will go first with McClellan. Here's his extend, which will be a +1, because +1 for going fatigue, 3, +1 for exhausted, but -1 for the bonus.
Correct.
So he's okay. And he's got 5 movement points. So if he goes 1 and 2 to there, he would have enough to make a normal attack, which he's going to do on the first Missouri dismounted. So we'll do the positives first, which is the tacticals plus, the ratio is 6-1 for +5. Attacking across, is there major river? Does it matter how big the river is?
Yeah, it's -2.
-2 for the river. Artillery is 4-1, so that's covered in clear terrain. So I see 7 up and 2 down for a +5 final.
That sounds about right.
Okay, go +5. It's a 7. There's a chance, as you say.
Need a big stand here. Big stand. Come on, big stand. No, that's 2 ones now. All right. Oh boy, so I think he's just eliminated. And give you another VP. Okay. Delete.
+6 is an A. I moved 2, but I used 2 to make the attack, so he's just, and that wasn't low, so he just can go there. Osterhus will go next. He can go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And AJ Smith will go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Initiative, that's mine. Alan McClernand will roll just Osterhus. Here's his movement. 6. We'll transfer to Osterhus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Initiative, that's yours.
Yay. Okay. Yeah, you forced my hand, sir. Tracy will go to 1. Here's movement. And they will go 1 and 2 to there. Initiative. That's mine. A.W. Reynolds will march. Movement. +1 now. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Initiative. That's yours.
I'll have Carr attempt to build a bridge. So he goes to fatigue 2. And now his modifiers are going to be -1 for Thunder on the Mississippi Union player, +2 because it's a major river, so now it's a +1. And a +1 if a road pike trail is situated in both hexes, connected by the bridge, but none of the following features exist across the hex side. And he's trying to build the bridge into that hex there.
Okay. Yeah. So net +2.
+2. So that bridge gets built. Initiative. That's mine. So I'll take Carr to fatigue 3. He's outside of McPherson's range. Here's his movement. He gets 5. Here's his extends. Straight up, because I get the -1. He's okay. He'll go 1 and 2 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
Well, this is a pickle. I'll have Cockrell back out. Here is movement. Of course. He will go into there. Initiative. That's mine.
I think he can activate both those guys if you're
I believe
interested in it.
he can, yes. I believe so. I'm going to have Tracy and Cockrell get activated to 2. Here's their movement. Yep. Okay, well, that decision was made for me. They're going to go to there. Initiative. That's yours.
Oh, McPherson activate Logan and Crocker. Here's their movement. Well, that's a little disappointing. McPherson and Grant will stay with Logan. They'll just go 1 and 2 to there. And Crocker also activated him. He'll go 1 and 2 to there. I can't have that green guy sitting down there recovering. Initiative. That's yours.
That green guy. He has a name. Oh, it's green. A.W. Reynolds to 2. Here's movement +1. Wow. Why did we just front load all of the bad luck? I mean, couldn't we just spread it out a little bit? Couldn't we? My favorite part of the game. All right. He'll go 2, but we've got an extended march. He's fine. 1 and 2. I think you used up all your bad luck the other day playing Mark.
Yeah, it helps to get that out of the way. It really does. I mean,
It's yours.
okay. Well, I think I need to try to block Reynolds from coming down any further. So I'll take Osterhus to fatigue 3 with McClernand. Here's his movement. He gets 5. Here's his extend, which is straight up. He's okay. You know what? I'm just going to do a mid move to there. Initiative. That's yours.
I will have A.W. Reynolds march to 3. Here's movement. Here's extended march +1. Wow. All right. And goes to there. Initiative. Possible. Oh, nope.
Not yet.
That's yours. That's yours. I know you're thinking right now, can Patrick roll a third one? I say I can't. So I think that's a good attack.
Just looking at all the different things here. So I'm not going to make that attack. I am going to bring up a Crocker. Here's his movement. He gets his 6. Here's his extend. He's okay. 1, 2. Now for restricted sock, I can't attack, right?
Correct.
On the march?
Correct.
Yeah, so I got to stop there. Initiative. That's yours.
Green flits away. He will go to 2. Here's movement. Nice movement. Extend a march straight up. Whew. All right. He has enough to go into there. Initiative. That's yours.
Well, he won't recover anyway. I'll bring up Dennis. He gets 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Initiative. Oh, that's mine. Low ties. Works for McPherson. 1, 2, 3. So he's within McPherson's range. So I'll take Dennis to fatigue 2. Here's his movement. He gets 2. Here's his extend. He's okay because he gets the -1. So he'll go 1 and 2 crossing the bridge. Initiative. That's mine. I'm going to pass.
Okay. I'm going to activate Taylor and Barton with Stevenson. Here is their movement. 6. We're going to transfer to Taylor. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to there. Barton will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
I'll pass again.
All right. We'll take them to 2. Movement. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Follows behind. Initiative. It's yours if you wish.
I'll pass one more time.
Okay. I'll take them to 3. Movement. Okay. We'll do extended march for Taylor first. Straight up. He's okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Get to the big black. And Barton's extend. He is okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Initiative. It's mine. Let's see. Let's go ahead before I forget and bring Featherstone on it. Alright, so from Canton, if I give 2 fatigues, that takes him up to...
If you want 2 fatigues, they can go up to 26 hexes.
Alright, so...
If you go for 3, they can go to 40 hexes.
8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 26. Yeah, I'll take him to 25-16 with 2 fatigues. So 25-16, he gets 2, boom, and he comes down to here. Okay, he's still on the railroad. All right, initiative. That's yours for a tie.
I'll pass again.
Okay, what else have I got? I've got Loring himself. So he's going to activate Tillman. They're going to move not far. 1, 2, 3. Initiative. That's yours.
I'll pass.
I'm going to activate him again. Here's movement. 6 this time. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to there. Initiative. Mine. Let's see. Who else have I got? They've moved 3. He's there. He's there. Baldwin. Keeping him in reserve. I don't have anybody else on there. So I'm going to pass.
I will pass as well.
Okay. So we are completing the 3rd turn with recovery. Everyone has recovered. We're zipping along today. So we are now on turn 4. No particular restrictions. There's no reinforcements or anything. So why don't you give us another random event?
Okay. It's a 7.
Confederate command paralysis.
That's the
Yay.
hard one, I think. That's the one that just...
Yeah. Well, it certainly hasn't been easy thus far. So why not add to it? Okay. All right. Any leader transfers for you, sir?
I think I like everybody where they are right now. Yeah, I don't have any.
I'm going to move Bowen up to A.W. Reynolds. Stevenson will stay where he is, and everybody else is good. I don't have anybody else in range. Still no Pemberton, huh? Not till turn 5. Wow. Gotta till the land. So we move on to attachments. I don't have any attachments.
I do not have any either.
Neither? Let's
Yep.
call the whole thing off. All right, the action cycle. I believe I will roll for our first initiative.
Okay.
That's mine. All right, so let's have Taylor is going to march with the deadbeat Stevenson in tow. Here's movement. Let's add a fatigue. Movement. 1, 2. Initiative. Okay. Let's keep him going because you know Barton's going to break out and crash into him if he doesn't. So here's movement again. There we go. We'll come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Initiative. That's yours. Here's Taylor's extended march. Thank you very much. He's okay.
I'll activate Hovey with McClellan. And he also can get to Carr. I'll roll for movement. 5. Carr will do a 1 move to there. Hovey will just do a 1 move to there. Initiative. Still not possible into turn.
All right. And you win ties, right?
Yeah. We'll see if we can pull this off with McClellan. We'll have attempted a core with him, which is probably ridiculous, with Hovey and Osterhuus. So this will be a +1 to this command roll. So that's a 3. So he only gets 1 guy in. And he'll bring in Hovey. So this will be a type of a +1 and ratio +1. There's no terrain, there's no flank, obviously. I've got 4 artillery pieces to 1, which is covered. So I see a final of a +2.
+2.
Okay, here we go. So 5.
I'm just gonna hit the roll button. Yeah, it's a 4. It's a stand.
+1 result.
So I think I just D'd out, or I get 3 fatigues. 1, 2, 3.
With 6, which is enough for a 1D.
I got a point. Yay!
2. Increase manpower. Initiative. That's mine again. Activate AJ Smith. Here's his movement. He goes 2. 1, 2. Initiative. AJ Smith again. He goes 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Initiative. That's mine again. Osterhus fatigue 2. AJ Smith fatigue 3. Here's their movement. Make it 5. Osterhus will go first. McClernand will go with him. Here's his extend. He's okay. No, McClernand will stay. I'm sorry. And Osterhus's extend. He's okay. AJ Smith goes there. Initiative. It's mine. I take Osterhus to fatigue 3. His movement roll. I'll roll just to see what he gets. Wow. I'll roll his EM roll. He's going to flip, isn't he?
You have the first week benefit, right?
Oh, right. No, he doesn't flip. It's only +1. I'm going to make an attack. Oh, I didn't announce I was going to transfer McClernand, did I?
Mm-mm.
So he can't transfer because I needed to do that before I roll for EM. I want to make this attack anyway without transferring McClernand. I should have transferred him. So the type, I have enough for a type of a +1. I have all 6 hexes covered, but 2 are going to come off. The 2 low hexes to the north here come off.
Yep, those 2 will come off.
So the flank's a +2. The tactical will be a -1, and the ratio will be a -1. And you get a roll for artillery.
Okay, uneven artillery's used. Nope.
So the final's a +1.
+1.
It's a 5.
Okay, here's defense. It's 4.
So it's a +1 result.
Yep. So on 9 for me. 9 +1 is a D.
It's 1D for me. So if I'd have put in McClernand like I should have, I would have gotten a +2 result. That was my stupid mistake. Not saying it before I rolled the EM. I was thinking it, and I didn't do it. Initiative. That's yours.
Okay. We'll have Taylor March to 3. Here's movement. He is got a lot. Here's extended march now of +1. He's good. And he will go into here. Initiative. That's mine. I'll have Baldwin march. Movement. 5. Or that's still normal for him. It's just, or is it, command paralysis is what's on the die roll?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to there. Initiative is ties. That's yours.
Hey, Tucker. Goes 3. 1, 2, 3. Initiative. That's yours.
Okay. Baldwin will march again. Movement 3. We'll go 1, 2, and destroy that major bridge. So if you want to put that back in your HQ, initiative. That's yours.
Oh, so much for that idea. Like Dennis. We'll just do cross country to there. Initiative. We'll have Logan attempt an assault on Tracy. Pearson's a 5, so this is a +1 to this die roll. Does not come off. Initiative. Try that again. This time it comes off, and we'll attempt a grand with Grant. It does not come off, so this is going to be type of a +1. Ratio's covered. Flank is once again a +2. Tactical is even. You have 3 artillery pieces to my 1, so you do get a die roll for artillery.
Here's the die roll. On even, the artillery is used. Yes.
Artillery is a -1. There's no terrain, so I see a final 3 up and 1 down for a final of a +2. Is that what you see?
Assault, flank, down artillery. Yep. Okay.
Here's the attack roll. 5 again.
Here's the defense. It's a 3. So, yeah. That is a small. Let's see, +3. I've got 6. So just a DR for me. And an FA for you.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we have to go farther away by road. And then one more. I guess I'll take him there.
And I will take the hex. I pick up 2 fatigues. Yeah, I'm done. So we'll go there. Initiative. That's yours.
All right, I'm going to march Barton. Here is movement. 2. 1, 2. Initiative. That's mine. I'll march Baldwin to 3. Here's movement. 6. He's going to go here and destroy the ferry. I think, let's see, you do have a Zoc into there, so that's a +1 to it. I think that's the only
Get
one.
2. You get 2 because you're a Confederate destroying a ferry. So I
So
think
2
you're
in my
going to be.
favor.
Yeah. So I think it's a 3 or less here, and you destroy
Okay.
them.
3 or less. All right. So
Did
here
you
we
roll an
go.
EM? Did you roll an EM for
I
Baldwin?
did not. Yeah, no, let me do his EM first. He's good. Okay. So yeah, we'll destroy the ferry on a 1, 2, or 3. No, no, of course not, because we don't know knots. Initiative. That's mine. Featherstone will march. Here's movement. 3. 1, 2, and 3 into Clinton. Initiative. That's yours.
Anybody? I don't have anybody come on for a while, right? Yeah, nobody's coming on for a while. I'm going to pass.
I will attempt to have Featherstone embark. Is that an attempt, or is it just embark?
I think he just does it.
Just does. Okay. So he is embarked, but he doesn't move this turn. All right.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Cool. He's embarked. All right. Initiative.
He does get
That's
you
I
fatigue
did.
him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And now he's going to get up to, let's see, I could do 13 or 26. Is that right? 13 for 1. I'll give him 2 and take him to Edwards. Is that closer? Yeah, that's closer. All right, so he'll go to 4, and he will travel to Edwards. Initiative, yours?
Pass.
Loring stayed there. Everybody else is good. Sorry for all the moving around people on the video. Let's see, they're at 8. Not going to recover. You're looming there. Not much I can do about Grand Gulf, so I will pass as well. All right, so we will end the turn. Sunshine recover. Get out of that blasted command paralysis. And we're on to turn 5. And this is the first turn now where Roger can do his river shenanigans. So this is probably a good point to stop. Let's find out what our random event is for this current turn, and then we'll have a week to think about it. So, and then we'll talk about the day as a whole. So I think it's my turn to roll the random event. So let's see what our random event is. We are now on May the 4th, so we're still on the last. Okay, so
Turn 5. Turn 5, but May 4.
May 4, right. I need some rain here. Come on, how about some snake eyes? Give me some rain. No, it's a more Confederate movement paralysis.
Yeah.
Womp, 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 womp. All right, so we add movement paralysis to that. It's not the worst thing ever, but at least I have my commanders. Okay. To discuss the ongoing puppy kicking that is playing with me here, Roger, why don't you we'll talk about your days today. What do you feel about this session?
Well, I feel like I made some good progress. I mean, I've got the major bridge there, 2 bridges, and I got across. I should have attacked. I should have moved McClellan. That would have the pips turned out. I was thinking about doing it, but I said roll EM before. So that was my bad. If I'd done that, I would have picked up a couple more, as Mark pointed out, a couple more manpower losses, and would have not had to have made that attack I made with Logan, which would have made me already start to put my anaconda around Grand Gulf. I don't believe turn 5, I think I'm automatically out of supply regardless, I believe is how that's going to play out. So I'm feeling pretty good right at the moment, but obviously I'm not in a breakout situation yet. So that's my thoughts.
I will agree with you. I think the Union had an exceptional day. Every time you did a die roll for anything, I had in my brain, it's coming up, Roger, because it was big movement rolls, which, you just, even when you had middling movement rolls, you used them effectively. I think early on turn 1, the decision I made here, the first critical decision with green was not to go across the river and destroy the bridge. I think that is we even saw that back when we played the basic scenario. That is, what do you do with green? Do you go forward and try to protect, or does he get surrounded? How much do you engage him to slow down? I decided this time I was going to leave him in the flex spot, destroy the bridge first, and decide, okay, he's got an avenue. And of course, what do I always forget to count on? This little thing, the initiatives, where you got the next, I think, 1 or 2 initiatives, and McClernand got a 6, and you force marched, and you put everybody right into position to surround him. And I said, okay, well, as long as I get the next one, I'll probably be okay. And I put him here, and of course, did not get the first initiative on that one. So you made the opportunity, the opportune attack there, or planning for it, got the attack. So that was painful, but it's almost scripted. I kind of figure green is the initial casualty of this whole campaign, and he doesn't have to be, but I think he may be the sacrificial, that if whatever's going to happen here. So knowing that you probably were not going to turn off the auto restriction for the Confederates by crossing the Bayou Pierre at any point. I was safe in that assumption. So this was the primary goal. Obviously, I failed the Tracy roll here with popping that bridge. I really needed that, but hey, yeah, that's great campaigns. So I had to figure that you were going to do exactly what you did. So you did not do anything that surprised me, but unfortunately, everything that you did just succeeded swimmingly. So every time you needed to roll for a bridge, you got it. You rolled the second bridge, you got it. And every time you had an attack, I rolled a 1. So with the exception of those last couple there. The first couple, it was just, okay. They're scared out of their pants. They're not going to fight at all. So that was unfortunate. I was hoping for a little bit better stand, but you can't predict that. But on the whole, you have me scrambling. And I think it's a little different from when we played the first time, where you, even with your command and movement paralyses, you were able to coalesce and get a sizable force down here. And of course, I, as the Union, was just bungling my way on through here. I made that fateful decision to go this way with McPherson. So you do, I think, what the Union is probably best at is focus your energy here, play for Grand Gulf, and with the exception of just that one thing here. Now, some people are be like, Patrick, it's a friendly game and everything. I totally get it. I suspected that's what McClernand was going to do. I probably should have offered it to you, but at that point, I was so far underwater. I'm like, well, he did say EM first, so
I did.
I had to take the win there on that, because that pip made the difference. So
And I was going back and forth on the tactical, where did I want that tactical 3? And I wasn't expecting him to get that big die roll. So that,
exactly.
and my brain just wasn't connecting very well. I mean, that's part of, why it's set up that way, is you have to think your way through each decision. So I didn't feel like it was at all improper for you not to do it. Now I think it's going to be, with supply, I got to revisit the strategic segment. As I said, I just was taking a look. I am automatically out of supply at the end of this turn. So I've got to take that in consideration, and then think about what the next step might be.
Yeah, I mean your breakout points. I got fortunate here to come through and remove that bridge. At least that gives Crocker now a consideration of, does he come this way? Does he go this way? Support this way, or expeditionary force this way, or try to rebuild a bridge? I don't know. And I was thinking maybe if I put Baldwin here, I could at least build up a flank, not knowing if I'd get command paralysis again, but I thought that was dangerous enough, even with McClernand's ineffectiveness on most assaults. Even if you rolled really well, you'd have a nice potential flank. You'd cut off avenues for the most part, and he's 2-1. So I was like, I'll sit on this side of the river and try to destroy the ferry just to cut off that. But that was my thing. Is like, I want to trap you in here. You want to be in there? Cool. Now you're trapped in there. So I need to see what I can do about this bridge. I don't think that's going to happen. But you've got a wall here, but you've got so much restricted Zoc that you can just move with impunity to threaten Grand Gulf. And there's a point where I think you just have to write off Grand Gulf. Some have said turn 5, some have said turn 10, but clearly that's your target, and there's not a lot I can do at the moment to support it. But I really need some rain, just a little bit of rain, but that rain will come one day. So, Mark, you're the impartial military observer today. What do you think about all this?
Well, I mean, a real good start for the Union here. I think to get across is always good without having to. I mean, there's a couple of losses Roger took, but sometimes you're fighting across a bridge and you take some heavy losses. But good use of the action cycle bridge building by Roger. That's I think people need to make sure they're aware of that and use that. That's, I think, almost mandatory to help you get across. And I think the question of what to do with green is interesting. I chicken out pretty quickly and get them like to Ashland, but I understand burning the bridge at Port Gibson really makes it a long way for Union to go. But I never won the force march in a campaign, but Roger's use of that there really put Green in a pickle, and I think it turned out to be well worth it. But certainly a good start for the Union, I'd say.
Very good start. So for all of you who are putting your bets down on the boys in blue, so far the odds makers are doing pretty well here. But it's a long scenario. We've got 70
Very long
turns.
scenario. Yeah.
we've got 65 more turns. Anything can happen. So
And it's not like the Union in this case can bank victory points. It's like in early. They've got to just keep grinding away. That's so even getting like Grand Gulf doesn't get me any VP points. It just makes it easier for the next stage. Yeah, not getting Green killed was just really annoying. Sending Crocker down there to get a big. Now I've got one of the biggest division I've got. I've got to figure out what to do there. Bring him up somehow. Use subs a little bit better than I normally typically do.
But on the whole, yes, a very good day for the Union, and we will go through turn 5, and then we'll have our first strategic cycle. I don't think we'll have any surprises there, but the one I'm hoping for is the elimination of that -1 EM bonus that the Union is so effectively using. So yeah, I'm crossing my fingers for that one. But I want to thank Roger for another good day, and for everybody that's out there watching, thank you for joining us. You're always welcome to. And for everybody that's watching on the video, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you will leave a comment down there below, give a thumb and a like and all that good stuff, and subscribe to the channel if you've not yet. And we will be back next week. We're back on a weekly schedule here, so you should be seeing this Tuesday mornings if you're Johnny on the spot and you want to see this before everybody else. Yeah, there are financial supporters, people kicking in $1 or $2, so thanks for everybody who does that on a monthly basis. We really appreciate it. And Roger, any final words for the crew before we let them go?
Hope everybody have a good week, and we'll see you next Sunday.
I will see you bright and early, sir. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Let me sit in, okay?
Oh, of course, Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for letting me sit in as well. I appreciate that.
Sure.